Are white people the last to know? And the Karens get a lot of notoriety, but L made a real good point, man.
Hey man, real life.
L,
Which one you want to talk about first, man?
you walk us
In order?
through.
In order?
No, no. Let's because the Karens they get all the acclaim.
Yeah,
You know what I like in it too.
huh.
You know what I like in it too.
What's up? What's up?
There is okay. I guess that's not a fair. It's got to be like culturally impactful,
Mm.
and you got to have context. You had to be there,
Mm.
right? You just had to be there to see it for yourself. And if you weren't, you'd be like, they not popping like this for real, right?
Mm.
Um, I guess the Karen is what came
Susan
on
in
the
a nutshell.
scene. Say it again.
That's Susan in a nutshell. Because Susan got away with like having to be there in order. Like Karen just happened to come out when phones were accessible. Like
Mm-hmm.
you gotta see how many things had to happen before you could actually videotape a Karen. You
Hmm.
know, like Susan's have just been living fucking wild out here, bro. Like
Wait, who? Susan?
Susan. That's Karen. That's Karen's elder. Karen's mom. That's what's the one that messed with Rob?
Who? Well, who?
With Rob
Black
Kardashian.
China? Black China's
China's
mama?
Black China's mama. You know, like
I'm the original.
yeah, you would have never known nothing about Black China mom without Black China. You know what I'm saying? So like, but she been out here wilding.
Been out here.
Yeah, those situations that y'all know of where the daughter is nuts, but you haven't met the moms yet. Like the
Yeah.
moms, once you meet the moms, you're like, oh shit, you actually ain't that bad. Like I don't like I from given your upbringing, you have to be around that, and you got to make it to this point. I should actually
Yeah.
give you a little bit more respect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because your entire life is somehow so way you are some semblance of a human being. Like I don't like,
Oh, that is
but
so
yeah,
awesome.
No,
but yeah, that yeah. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say it's so real. Like it's ridiculous. Like, I have my issues with my own mother, but yeah, like we would be driving around and she would call the police on people who didn't have car seats in their cars. And it's like, on one hand, I see what you're trying to do. Like, you care about children, but you can't just call the cops on people. This is not your security team. And the way you're talking about it, like, it's just passed on and passed on. Like, people see this and like, oh yeah, like my mom called the cops on these people, so I call the cops. Like, it's just, these are things that are passed down. So yeah, the Susans definitely started it. And, we could go historical, but
Yeah,
hopefully,
it could just keep going
Wait,
up
wait.
there.
It's somebody that precedes the Susans. What's
of
her
I
name?
ha- I haven't put together the Susan the one above Susan's name yet
I'm gonna
because
guess it's
Susan
Ethel or
because Susan
something
somebody
like
else.
that.
It's
Edna.
around there.
Is it
It's around there
Edna?
because Betty would be the cool aunt.
Betty.
Mhm.
No, yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I
But
mean?
not Betty. Yeah, Betty been fucking around.
Betty was
So
fucking around, but it'd be like the stuck up one. What was what's his mom name? Or what was Walter White's wife?
oh my gosh. Skylar. Skylar.
Skylar.
Oh
Skylar.
Skylar a little too new. Skylar a little too new.
yeah.
That couldn't be a grandmama
They
somewhere.
still making Skylers. I'm gonna guess it's Edna. It was Edna for sure.
It might be Edna or Ethel or something like that or something along those. I don't know. It'd be somebody up there that'd be the ones that was probably looking from inside the window, like in the window, just peeked over the curtain, called somebody
Mhm.
just because
Yeah,
they touched
no,
their line. You know,
when I
they were trying to rob them. They touched their line on accident.
when you put are white people the last to know, I was reading an article about the Republican rep from Wyoming. They voted for her to resign because she was one of the ones who upheld the impeachment of Trump in the decision.
Mm.
And so everybody back in all the reps back in Wyoming, all the Republican reps back in Wyoming were like, yo, they signed a petition, and like 70% of them signed a petition to have her resign. She like, that's crazy. And she literally had to explain to them, because they were still holding on to the idea that the Capitol, the shit that happened at the Capitol was a product of Black Lives Matter and Antifa. Like this is in their writing. And she's going, oh, y'all just mistaken. Like y'all think I'm up here capping. Like this shit is real for real. And so when I saw that, it was like, yo, white people last to know, like, damn. Like,
I'm just saying, because you got to think about, in the history of the U.S., there's not too many things that have gone against you. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I don't want to put it in like a hyperbolic chamber, because yes, we know that there are white people that are poor, that have a ear way closer to the street, so therefore they have a little bit more of understanding of some things potentially. But that's such a small niche market of the US. So like, I get it. I recognize y'all over there. But for the most part, when it comes to how the system operates, it was built so that you're not supposed to fathom some of the things that are inside of the nooks and crannies of what America is built off. So you should never know really what's going on in a crack, because they cover that up for you. You know what I mean? So like, they pave roads. Like, you should never know what a pothole is like. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of how your life should go. So when some of these things start cracking through and start becoming a little bit more prevalent in your life, then this is the first time you're interacting with some of these things. So of course you're going to be caught off guard by it.
yep.
So that's kind of what I was thinking about. And the cold part is, that's the mature version of me. But that's not where I got that from. Like, I got that question, I got that whole thing from that comment from Jared Goff, not knowing like why he was going over to the Detroit Lions.
Bruh.
Like, bro, it's like, that was news to me. Like, I didn't know, like, I don't know why they didn't tell me about this. Like, we had I thought we was all on good terms. So like, that's kind of weird, because that was an immature version of me, but it was a lot deeper as I got further along.
That's where they start.
Yeah, it came from like the fact that, bro, you've been sucking for the last 3 years after you got that contract, and you did not know that they was about to ship your ass the first chance they get if you don't make it to where they expect you to go when they're spending all this money up front on you. You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like, but it goes across the whole landscape. So that's just sports. It can go everywhere.